it's almost like exfiltration is the main goal for any of the processes that could even be going on there as a rule, and then everything else is built around that, as opposed to being like, you know, searching for stuff. It's instantly going for exfiltration and like pulling data for privilege escalation as almost like a secondary process, which is very aggressive. Like, that's super aggro. And then there's like the memory set, the distribution of CB files, so .cb, and that's all the startup info. It says it right there. Startup info W and the size of the data in order to quantify it, sort of the way that like a snake would measure its food before it eats it by laying next to it. That's what this is doing. It's literally like itemizing and sizing up the data it's about to just like scoop off of whatever shelf it's on, which is theoretically the motherboard, it looks like, or like the kernel level. And then there's the terminal process information .h. So these are also system files that are being pulled theoretically from like not just the kernel level, but the, what folder is that? I want to say it's the dev folder, right? In Linux, I want to say it's the dev folder, or like the folder, I want to say it's dev or etc. It really depends on which operating system you're working with, but I want to say it's the dev folder. And the dev folder is actually responsible for holding all of the system process files after they're integrated or installed. So those are like the core files that you'd be using for anything on your machine, and it's just going straight for that to get it to bypass more what is it, Windows Defender stuff. And then there's also while A14, B22, and B16 equate to or set to 0. There's a main process and an integer of saved regulations, an integer AL or A1, integer standard, injection NV, injection V. I call it injection. It looks like a Perl script kind of with the 2 colons, but it's like integer standard, like colon underscore capital N $ V colon Z, all caps, colon underscore, and then the function implementation of no allocation to run a client loop in the DLL file to the set of 4 to print out the run options for each of the VF tables there. So there's the VF table V20 1 through 8, and then the V20 initialization for the integer collection. And then the malware takes a break. Like, the malware actually takes a break, or there's a break in the code to sleep for like X amount of milliseconds for the process injection, or I guess the process itself to sleep, and then run other processes, so that in the case that it gets detected, I'm guessing other stuff is running in the background so it can actually be found. It could also be to like collect the rest of the data and allow that to happen. This is so crazy to me. Oh my gosh. So like, I literally just went through this whole thing. The code itself is written in English, but a lot of it actually isn't in English. So if you would like to read along with me with this paper, you can read along with this video and start from the beginning. I did scroll a bit, so like, don't get bashful scrolling, but yeah. This apparently, I don't know what this malware is even called. It's the one in the 2026 section. It's the only one that's got a title in Mandarin so far, and it's from July 16th. You can track it there at VX Underground. Who hosted this paper? Check them out. They're amazing. They are one of the largest collections of malware papers on the internet, and I love them for that. And I have been working with that website's collection of papers since I started this show, and I'm just super duper grateful to be doing this with all of you.